Hey everybody, it's SnakeOfThe7 and this is part 12 of my walkthrough on Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. In this episode we're going to finish up Sonic's trial mode, starting with stage 7, Red Mountain. Now this mission is actually like crazy hard because you are only given 3 minutes to get through the entire level. And when I said back, I think it was in part 7, when I said that I was going to have to do a little bit of speed running in order to get to the end in time, I was not wrong, because I had to pull every speedrunning trick in the book that I could for this mission. So yeah, it got a little bit difficult. And yeah, there's my first death of the video. Expect more of that, because I think I died at least once in all 4 of the remaining trials, and with particular emphasis on deaths in Red Mountain, because I think that there's definitely going to be a few more of those. There were quite a few of them in Skydeck. Surprisingly few in Lost World. I think there was only 1 or 2 at the most. And for Final A, I think I died a couple times in that, but it wasn't anything, you know, too terrible. But anyway, so yeah, there's a few things that in there. Yeah, you would have thought that giant mallet would be able to hit the button. I don't know, maybe it's hollowed out where the button is or something. Like there's an indent or something. I don't know. It's just a little something I noticed. But yeah, we're just now getting into the underground part of this mission. And just to let you know, whenever you do Red Mountain, you're gonna have to do this like perfectly. You can't have too many mess ups, otherwise you're just not gonna make it. It takes a very small number of mess ups before you can basically just say, I'm not getting this. And I think the first time around I didn't get quite enough, or I didn't do very great, so I ended up yeah, this, I'll just say right now, this part right here isn't really gonna work, but I decided to leave it in anyway. I don't know why. But yeah, just to let you know, for future trial videos, it will be dubbed over with music, because one of the big problems that I had to do with this one was that the trials were 46 minutes in length for Sonic, and quite frankly, I just don't think that I have right now 46 minutes worth of filler music in my computer. So yeah, that was a bit of a problem. But anyway, I got all the way to the rocket over here. It was at 2:59, and there was no way I was going to get to the end of time, so I just decided to start over and give it another shot. And seeing as how at this point I was thinking, okay, well, I did a lot of stuff good on that run, so I'm going to have to basically do it perfect if I'm going to get it, so that's why I restarted right there. But this is the run. I'm pretty sure, based on how much time's left, that this is going to be the run that ends up being, yeah. And by the way, I am now completely moved into my new house, with my own room, with my own recording place. So, yeah, now I don't have to, you know, share the living room with anybody. I can pretty much record whenever I want, but yeah, I don't have to worry about anybody showing up or coming home and just kind of ruining the recording session, or and since I live on the far end of the house, I don't have to worry about passing vehicles anymore. I might have to worry about, you know, birds chirping and all that good stuff, but you can't make it completely soundproof without spending a whole lot of money that at the moment I really don't have. But yeah. Now, something weird kind of happened here. About 5 seconds from now, you'll see what happened. And I go up the rocket, and yeah, it just kind of cuts out. I don't think I hit the stop too early, but, well, then again, how could I? I was in the middle of recording. But yeah, it just kind of stopped. So yeah, we moved on to Skydeck, and I died. But basically, it took me. I ended up winning Skydeck, or getting the Skydeck. No, Skydeck. Red Mountain Emblem by about 5 seconds, so that ended well. So yeah, now we've moved on to Skydeck, and yeah, this is actually, I think, the mission that gives you the most amount of time to finish. Excuse me, to finish the mission. Excuse me. Right now, recording this on my bed, so trying to get comfortable. And there we go. But yeah, this mission actually gives you 5 minutes, but it turns out that this is also going to end up being the mission that I end up just kind of knocking out of the ballpark, because I beat it with, well, you'll see when we get there, but it certainly doesn't take me 5 minutes to do this. Anyway, one of the shortcuts that I found, get right there, jump down, boom, that's going to save you quite a bit of time. And be careful of that spike, because I think if you get hit by the spike, you'll end up coming right back down. Like back down the ladder. And I kind of messed up right here and fell all the way back down to the bottom right there. But it's no big deal. You'll see why in a few minutes. But yeah. Like I said before, there are quite a few deaths in Skydeck. You saw the first one already, but there's going to be a few more. One of them which involves a glitch. Yay! It's good to see that glitches are still making a prevalent appearance in this game, and yeah, that's probably my dog. Yeah, like I said, I recorded these videos back when I was at the old house, but I'm recording the commentary in my new house, so like that was so long ago that I really am not sure like where I'm at anymore. So like what's going on over at the house. So I think that the click 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 is the sound of my dog, Oscar. And thankfully I think I hit that checkpoint back there. Because wait, what? There we go, right through a wall. Wasn't that bloody brilliant? And it took every fiber of my being to basically not just go, what the hell? Because I was trying to remain perfectly quiet during that part. But, yeah, it almost didn't happen. Oh well. But, what else is going on? Well, around this time of year, the Oscars start to get announced, and I always like to, check it out. But it's becoming more and more frequent that movies that not only I really don't care about, but nobody except professional movie critics and movie buffs and all that, the only people that know about some of these movies are people who, their jobs revolve around movies. Like, for example, I only saw in theaters one of the 9 nominees for Best Picture, and that's Moneyball, which I thought was great, but that might just be the sports fan in me talking. And plus, Jonah Hill's always quite good. But, yeah, the only one that I saw in theaters was Moneyball. I've ended up seeing a few others. See here, I saw The Help, which was not bad. Actually, I take that back. I did see one other one. I saw Hugo, which was pretty good. Like, the 3D effects were outstanding, but, yeah. As a movie itself, it was just kind of, pretty good. Not sure if I'd nominate it for an Oscar, but, yeah. I'm really surprised Tintin didn't get in there somewhere, because I heard that movie was really good. And what confuses me is Warhorse. Wait, no, not Warhorse. Extremely Loud, Incredibly Close made it onto the ballot, but I thought that movie was, announced this year, not for last year. But, oh well. And here's something crazy that I found out. For movies, in order to get nominated, or in order to get into the Oscar nomination process, all you have to do is show in one theater for 1 week, somewhere in the Los Angeles metropolitan area, sometime before the end of the year. Like, that's it. That's all you need to do. Even if you go to Moseplex or some other dainty little theater and show it there for a week, it's still eligible for an Oscar. How crazy is that? But yeah. Anyway, going back to Sonic Adventure, if you actually take that shortcut right there, the one where you just kind of boost past all the ladders and all that stuff, it's very possible to beat this with well under 4 minutes on the clock. I kind of messed up along the way a little bit, so I ended up getting the time at 4:09.8. But yeah, considering that the target time was 5 minutes, I kind of knocked that one out of the park. And 34 emblems. And next up, we move on to the Lost World. And actually, something that's worth mentioning, I did the B missions for all four of these missions before I did the A mission, all four of the A missions. So that's why the numbers are a little bit off. But when I get to the end and get the last emblem from Final Egg, it'll all be right where it needs to be. Anyway, moving on to the Lost World. Now, normally this was my least favorite level in the game, but even though I did die a couple of times, including one particularly annoying death, which you'll see pretty soon, I actually cleared this level pretty easily. That's the first speed tactic that you need to take for this level, but I'll talk about that in a second. Well, I might as well go ahead and mention it. Instead of just hitting the first switch to raise the water level, don't even bother, just run past it, and you'll be able to kind of speed through this. And come on, get up there. Yeah, the camera in this game is a load of ass. I mean, really, it's not good. If I were to have to review this game for Honest Gamers, which, if you don't know, I'm writing reviews now for honestgamers.com, like, before this LP, I probably would have given it a 9 or a 10 because it holds a pretty big place in my heart as the first game that I ever LP'd. But now, if I had to go back and do it, I'd probably give it a 7 or maybe even a 6 because, like, the controls and the camera and at times the voice acting, it's just pretty bad. And bye-bye, fall off a cliff. Lovely. I go through all that work, and I'm literally 5 seconds away from a checkpoint. But nope, dead. It's dead. It's so dead it's been taxidermized by Chuck Testa. Oh God, I'm making memes. Make it stop, please. But what was it? Yeah, just run past that part and you should be good. But yeah, for those of you who don't know what honestgamers.com is, it's basically this website that you can literally just go on to and write your own review for literally any game that's ever existed for any console ever, including the N-Gage. N-Gage. Officially endorsed by Patrick Stewart. N-Gage. But yeah. Any game, any time, from any time period. And yeah, you can review it and rate it on a scale from 1 to 10. And at the time of this recording, I have so far done reviews on Kirby Air Ride, which got a 9, Pokemon Snap, which got an 8, and Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, which got a 10. Like, if you want more details, I'll leave a link to my Honest Gamers page where I have all of my submissions so far over there. So that should help you narrow it down a little bit to the game you want to see. And also it's sorted by game, so if you want you can just, you know, type the game that you're looking for into the search bar and just find the game from there. It's really good. I like the site, and I think in the future I'm going to be doing some more reviews from over there. And dead. Now this got to a particularly annoying part right here, because like I still have 2 lives. Now I have 1 life because I fell off that cliff right there. So now I'm down to 1 life, and I go through here and keep boosting, and dead again. So now I'm down to no lives left. If I don't get it this time, I'm dead, and right there, that could have been just the end, but by sheer miracle I ended up not falling off the cliff right there. So yeah, lucky me. But anyway, so yeah, and this is one of the good speedrunning tricks that I showed during my playthrough of the story campaign for Sonic. Just keep jumping. No Finding Nemo references, and get out of the way, Tails. Seriously, you can be so annoying sometimes. But anyway, just jump through there, you should be good. And water slide! Woo! Water slide is very easy to get every coin, or every ring, when you have the blue ring. In fact, anytime you're in a tightly confined area, if you have the blue shield, then yeah, that's basically going to be banked. And yeah, it was kind of hard for me to get that checkpoint for some reason. And got another life, which is great, just in case I die. Don't think I do again, but you know, couldn't hurt. Anyway, here is one of my favorite speedrun tricks that I have found, and not only that, but it's actually pretty easy to do. Just hit this button a couple of times, and go up here, and I kind of messed that up, but yeah, what you do is, you stand on that last platform, look up, get your boost, fly up there, and jump up here. And look at that. You are right there. You are 1 light speed coin dash away from being done with this. Just boost over that, and right there, you're in the mural room. How easy is that? Yeah. Also, like I said, one of the reasons that this is going to be the only mission mode or trial mode that doesn't have music is because this is 46 minutes in length. I think I might have already said that. Might have actually been 47, not sure. But yeah, the other missions are probably going to take much less time. For example, Amy's story only takes 3 missions, so I might be done in 2 or 3 songs, so that could be great. So, what you guys been up to? Like, the game I've been playing recently has been Pokemon Stadium 2, and, you know, the console Pokemon games got me to thinking a little bit. As Pokemon fans, Game Freak has in the past done a pretty good job of giving us what we want, because, like, think back when, well, some of you might not have been around back then, but back in the day when the Red Blue games had just come out, some people said that, like, we want some console Pokemon games. And right after that we got Hey You Pikachu, which, let's be fair, was pretty crap. What else was there? Hey Pikachu, Pokemon Puzzle League, which wasn't bad, but weirdly enough it was the only video game to ever feature Ash Ketchum, despite the fact that Ash Ketchum actually made the Guinness Book of World Records top 50 video game characters of all time. Brilliant. Just freaking brilliant. Apparently they got him confused with Ash, or with Red, which is an easy thing to do considering his Crystal team. I mean, come on. Who else has their ace is a motherfucking Pikachu? I actually didn't know that hammer could hurt you, but yeah, it can apparently. So, yeah. I guess I could be forgiven for thinking that, but still, they needed to do a little bit more research. And then there's Pokemon Snap, which, as I mentioned before, is a 9 out of 10 game. Or an 8 out of 10, I think I gave it. It's a good game. It's a very good game. But after that, people said, we want Pokemon in full 3D so that you can actually see the Pokemon battling each other. And we got that in Stadium and Stadium 2. Which Stadium 1 was good, but Stadium 2 was awesome. And personally, I think that if you're actually looking for an introduction into the Pokemon series, Stadium 2 might be the best game to choose, because not only does it have a bunch of modes to choose from, but it also has a library that teaches you everything you need to know about the game, and they actually do a pretty decent job of making it fun. And I did. I did. But, yeah. They actually do a pretty decent job of making the library fun. Now, if only the real world could pull that off. So, yeah, anyway, after that, the N64 pretty much ended its life cycle. It was heading into the not the PS2, the Nintendo GameCube, and people were saying, okay, what we want now is a 3D, basically red or blue, or an actual red-blue-esque game, only in full 3D for the GameCube. And sure enough, we ended up getting it in Coliseum, which was pretty good. But then, well, it didn't end. Then we said, now we want a game where, what was it? Basically, now we want Coliseum, but with better Pokemon to choose from. And we got that with XD Gale of Darkness. And by the way, that was a pretty good shortcut right there. Unfortunately, right here, you kind of have to make sure everybody's dead. Otherwise, you'll be dead. Anyway. But yeah, we're almost to the end of this level. All we gotta do is take out... Yeah, the head robot guys kind of comboed me. So while the second one was holding me in place, the first one was charging at me. Yeah, a big move, but oh well. But anyway, right there, right there. The goal time was 4:30. We got it in 4 minutes, 18.11 seconds, and that is it. We have officially finished with Sonic's story, Sonic's trial, and look at that, Sonic's punching a hole through Tails' face. Kind of reminds me of that scene from Punisher Warzone, which was just sickeningly fun, even though it had no right to be. I mean, it was way better than I thought it would ever be. But anyway, now that we're done with that, let's just take a quick look through Sonic's trial menu. And Emerald Coast, Windy Valley, Casinopolis, Ice Cap, Twinkle Park, Speed Highway, Red Mountain, Skydeck, Lost World, and Final Egg, all completed! So, with that, we are now done with Sonic's trial, and in the next episode, we are going to be starting Tails' story. So, this has been NickyV917 saying thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 13 of my walkthrough on Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. See you guys later.